everyone. Welcome to Jessica Kahai No Hot Topics. Man, oh man, I tell you, this stuff out here is real, y'all. Y'all gotta be careful because I don't even know what to say with this case. But I got a story for you guys, so I want us to watch it together. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And at any time, if you want to say something, you feel it on your heart, guess what? In the chat, I got a link. I want y'all to hit on that link, come up here, and talk to me. Let's do it, y'all. Let's have this conversation. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Like this video. So let's hear about this story. It has something to do. Man, I can't even go. Let's hear. You guys ready? Check this out.
New charges today in the murder of a Ferguson man who reported the rape of his own daughter. 3 family members stand indicted for the murder of Corey Warren, who was gunned down after refusing a bribe to drop charges in a sexual assault case. Our Megan Kernan is live outside the Ferguson Police Department, where prosecutors announced.
Ooh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? They told him, drop them charges. You better drop your charges of them S.ing his daughter. Man, you got to be a bold person to say drop them charges after you just did what you did. After you did what you did, you had no business doing what you're doing. You a monster, you a demon, and something wrong with you. Where the pastors at when you need them? Hell, would you would have had him to talk to a pastor, rebuke him with some holy oil? Or would you would have got that G-Glock and say, talk to me, what's up? And handle it myself. You see, he was waiting for the cops to handle it right. But sometimes you got to take it to street justice, okay? I guess you got to pray to God and say, God, should I take it there or should I not, okay? This time he should have took it to the streets because he got. And it's some crazy. Let's listen. Oh, y'all heard about this story? Somebody says, I've heard about this story. Have you? Tell me about it, baby. Let's get these likes up, y'all. We need more likes because we are talking about some real serious stuff now. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's go.
Announced indictments just hours ago.
Corey Warren's best friend tells me he was the best person on earth and a great father. His family still hasn't come back home since the killing. And these 3 men are now charged, accused of working together to silence that father.
Thugs! I can't stand it. I want to scream so bad. You got 3 grown men, 3 grown black kings that's supposed to protect the community. But they are harming these girls. And where are the lawmakers at? Huh? Where are the bills in the Senate to enforce these criminals off the streets? Nowhere to be found. Arguing over SNAP benefits. Arguing about who gay and who ain't. Some bull crap, man. They shouldn't even feel confident to even do this to this girl. But they know here in America, the Senate and the government, they don't care about this.
Murdering him and then murdering their own hitman.
What does it cost to protect your child? For Kareem Warren, a father in Ferguson, the answer was everything. When his teenage daughter told him she'd been raped, he did what most families are too scared to do. He went to the police. They offered him $12,000 to drop it. He refused.
Hold on, the police offered him $12,000 to drop the case? The police actually did this? Y'all gonna comment real faster. I want to know who offered him $12,000 to drop the case. That's a lot of money. $12,000, and who will offer him to do some stuff like this? As if his daughters are prostitutes.
Days later, 5 bullets ripped through his front door. His children watched him die. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a murder. This was a message. And girl, the story that unfolded after.
Ooh, Woo! 5 bullets ate his back up. 5 bullets ate his body up. And can you imagine how the daughter feel? She probably felt like, this my fault why daddy died. I shouldn't have said nothing. I should have kept it closed. If I wouldn't have said nothing to my daddy would have still been here. I hope she don't feel that way, because it's not your fault, girl. You did the right thing. It's this evil man out here and the system that allow these evildoers to do this. And everybody's worried about bathrooms and this shit when we got this shit going on. You know what I mean? It's a crying shame. Let's go.
After you are not ready. Step into grave kisses where the shadows whisper and the stories that refuse to who can't look away, who wants before the courtroom, before his name became attached to one of the most disturbing cases Ferguson had seen. Kareem Warren was just a regular father. He worked hard, kept his yard clean, looked after his kids. He wasn't out here trying to be some public figure or start any kind of trouble. The man just wanted to live his life and protect his family. That's it. But in late spring 2025, everything changed. His teenage daughter came to him with something no parent ever wants to hear. She told him she'd been sexually assaulted, and not by some stranger, by someone they knew, someone the family had trusted, a man named Lever Harmon. Now, let me tell you something about what...
Oh, God, did y'all see him? Oh, my God. They went by his face too damn fast for me. What? Oh, my God. Oh, don't it look like a demon? Oh, he is a PDF. He has a thing for little kids. He is so, oh, my God, I want to throw up. Look at this. Look at him. Take a good look at him. He can't even look in the camera, girl. He looking elsewhere. And talking about they trusted him with the kids. I'm not trusting no man with no kids. Especially looking like that. And I know you say you don't supposed to judge. I'm going to judge. And I'm going to judge to protect myself and my kids and my family. I'm judging on sight. And I know sometimes I might be wrong, but I'm going to judge your spirit too. Okay? But I'm judging. I'm judging. I wouldn't trust him by the looks of it. Press 1 if you guys would trust him by the looks of it. Press 5 if you don't judge and you would trust him with your kids. Let's go.
Lever Harmon. Now, let me tell you something about what usually happens in cases like this. The statistics don't lie. Most families hesitate. They're scared of backlash. Scared nobody will believe them. Scared of what might happen if they speak up. A lot of people never...
Y'all gotta stop being so scared. And that's why we talk so much about Ashley Braxton with the Braxton family, because they don't want Ashley to speak up. Y'all have to speak up. It's so many families, y'all are not speaking up. Speak up. We need more bills passed. These people need to face harsher punishments. They think this is a joke because they depend on you to shut your mouth, and then the system is not even pushed to have harsher punishment on these men. You know? So, and it's sad. This father should be here. He was a loving father, and he trusted the wrong guys around his daughter. The wrong guys. And just to think that these guys were his friend and they was just planning and plotting, child. Just having nasty ass thoughts. How I'm going to get close to his daughter. What I'm going to do. Yeah, man, if you need any help with your kids, I got you. Yeah, I got kids of my own, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, she going to be something else. Oh, my God, I just want the best for you, man. Yeah, bro. Let me watch your kids. Go ahead, do that thing. I got your kids, man. You need help. That's what brothers are for. You're supposed to look out for each other. You know I'm a God-fearing man. Hell, come on. Yeah, what? You can keep your kids over. I got food and peace and everything. You know, and he's probably getting in with the little girl. You happy? Yeah, I'm Unc. Call me Unc. I got your back. Unc. Yeah, Unc. Okay? Unc be having plans. Nasty ass plans. Whew. And I'm so happy that girl spoke out, because a lot of young girls will not speak out. They're going to keep and hold that on. But she had the strength to tell her daddy, and I'm glad she did.
Reported at all. But Kareem Warren, he didn't hesitate. He walked straight into the Ferguson Police Department and made a formal report, gave them a clear, detailed statement about what his daughter told him. And he made sure they understood this needed to be taken seriously. The case got assigned to a special victims unit. Not long after, Harmon was charged. Statutory rape, multiple counts of sodomy. The legal...
What? What? Did they just say what I just thought they said? Huh? Did they say sodomy? Huh? Press 7 if he says sodomy. You know what sodomy is. Ain't sodomy the back door? Oh my God. He was going in the back door. Girl.
The legal system was moving, and Warren was the reason why. But anybody who's been through this process knows it's exhausting. Police interviews, depositions, court filings, medical examinations, all that bureaucratic friction that comes with trying to make the system care about one child. But Warren didn't back down. Friends said he stayed steady, quiet, but firm. He'd finish his shift at work, then head straight to appointments with detectives and victim advocates. When his daughter needed to show up for preliminary hearings, he was right there in the front row. Still, people around him started noticing changes. He became more cautious. One neighbor said they saw him checking his door locks twice before going to bed. Another mentioned he'd talked about getting strange phone calls, people asking questions about the case that they shouldn't have even known about. Then came the offer. And this is where it gets real. According to court filings, Harmon's relatives, his uncle Anthony L. Young and his cousin Anthony D. Young, approached Warren with a proposition. They offered him $12,000.
Oh, hold up. Wait. Grace, I got you in a minute, baby. Grace, I'm glad you're in the back room. I got you. Thank you for letting me know. But did they say that his cousin? Hold up. Did they say the cousin? Hold on. This is family members.
Came the offer. And this is where it gets real. According to court filings, Harmon's relatives, his uncle Anthony L. Young and his cousin Anthony D. Young, approached Warren with a proposition.
Okay, who cousins is this? I'm so lost now. All right, so these are the suspect cousins. Damn, I done dropped my thing. Whose cousin? Man, hold on. Whose cousins is this? I got it. Can y'all put in the comment section, who cousin is this? Huh? I hold on.
Door locks twice before going to bed. Another mentioned he'd talked about getting strange phone calls, people asking questions about the case that they shouldn't have even known about. Then came the offer. And this is where it gets real. According to court filings, Harmon's relatives.
Harmon relative. Who the hell is Harmon? Is Harmon a daddy? Huh? Who is Harmon? Harmon relatives, his uncle. Or is this Harmon on a screen? This must be Harmon on the screen and his uncles. I don't think that's the father relative. I don't think the father is related to this man on the screen, because they would have said, yeah. And they don't look nothing alike. I believe Harmon's relatives is that man and his uncles and stuff. What y'all think? No, the creek. Just a little girl. Girl, thank you, Lisa. Okay. All right, getting back.
His uncle, Anthony L. Young, and his cousin, Anthony D. Young.
So his cousins. Ooh. They all doing horrible, nasty stuff. And why won't men stand up for right thing? Why do these men feel the need? See, these men, they get in packs, girl, and they do nefarious things. So you think, okay, you're going to have another man to really steer you in the right way? No, they steer these men in the wrong way. This man look young, and that man in the middle look old. And they are stealing the young men in the wrong direction, girl. Okay? Okay? You want to take a father away from his kids. A hard-working, good, honest man. And y'all all in devil time, doing darkness. You know what I'm saying? All because he's doing the right thing by his daughter, protecting his daughter. You need to pay for what you have done to his daughter. That is sick. That is nefarious. Your ass should want to do time and just go down there and say, hey, I did this shit. I was wrong and I want to pay for it. That's how you should, but you don't got no conviction in your heart. You need Jesus. You don't have no conviction in your heart. Oh, and now you want to kill him because he's telling the truth on your ass. You cannot stand the truth on you. Ooh. Ooh. And that's a damn shame. Big ass. Look, he's so damn big. That had to be so scary for her. For his creepy big butt to go in there and do what he did to her and sodomy, girl. Sodomy? Man, I'd rather for y'all just be with another man, okay? Leave these girls alone and go be with a man, okay? What? Hold on, let me bring Grace in this. Grace, are you there in the background?
Yes, I'm here. How are you, Jessica? Hi, everyone.
I'm not doing good, Grace. But hold on, I let y'all know we still got more to cover with this case. But hold on, let me make sure people can hear you. Okay. Grace, go ahead, talk to me. What you guys say?
So I heard this story and I didn't really get a whole lot of facts from it, but I couldn't believe that, we always say how people need to speak up in the moment, you can save other victims, blah, blah, blah. This girl apparently did that. The father believed her, did what he needed to do, and nobody protected him or her in this situation to allow these three men to do what they did. And it's infuriating. Because what does this say about the victims and their supporters? It's like they don't care about anyone in this situation other than the perpetrators. It's it just makes me so mad.
Where is the black community, y'all? Black community, LGBT, what's that? LBB? What is it? BLM.
LGB.
BLM, Black Lives Matter. Shit.
Right. Sorry.
Where they at? God damn it. I knew it was one of them fucking crew letters. Okay. But this is sad, sad, sad. And for these three black men to feel like they should do it and get away with it, you know they have done nefarious stuff before like this.
Absolutely. That is crazy. They need to get whatever punishment it would be for the essay or whatever they did to the girl plus him. They need to get like double that because that is so bold for them to do that. To sit up there and not only do what they did to the girl, but to...
You know what? I'm sick and tired of you judges. You judges keep on allowing these criminals out of jail after you know they have done the nefarious thing. They are mental illness. They mentally something up in the head. Keep their ass in jail.
And you know why?
They keep on getting bailed out by these judges. And see, it pissed me off, Grace, because... it pissed me off. Why does it piss me off?
Because the judges are doing the same thing.
No.
Okay.
It pissed me off because it's a certain group that be saying, and I be I be feeling how they be feeling, but I don't want to feel how they be feeling because who they are. I can't stand when I'm siding with their ass,
Oh, I
But
think that's yeah.
yeah, I don't. But I'm always side with them sometimes, and I don't like it. But it is what it is.
Well, what do they say? A
So
broke
yeah.
clock is right twice a day.
Well, I don't know who's right because I'd be confused. That's why
Well,
neither
we
party
know
for
these
me.
guys are wrong.
But can I can separate shit from the parties, right? And I just feel like for judges, for my personal belief, don't have nothing to do with any parties. I believe that these judges need to be more tighter on crime and these criminals. And I think you guys need to stop giving them another chance and another chance and another chance. Hell, I've been on planet Earth for a long time and I never did a crime. And I had have I had a tough life? I don't know. I had some challenges, and
You
I didn't do anything horrible. I've never stole. I never killed nobody. I never thieved nothing. So no. And how they older than me, and they stealing, killing, destroying. Enough already. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I hear you, Jessica. I just think that these situations are really nuanced, and when you're talking about poverty and people in desperate situations, stealing to maybe eat or what have you, um,
Oh my God, Grace, these people are not stealing for no bread and no bologna sandwich. The Democrats and I can't say that. The government have gave so much food and you can get food. Homeless people are eating good, Grace. They are stealing because they want name brand stuff. They are stealing the flex. They are stealing because they're jealous of other people. They are stealing to be roguish. They are stealing, girl, because they just like to steal. They on demon time. They not stealing for no goddamn bologna sandwich or no bread or no piece of chicken. We all know that. We know that.
I think we definitely see a side on social media for sure of people flexing, like the benefits that they believe that that's everybody's story.
I
And
have yet to hear a man stole some bologna because he was hungry.
I mean, I think maybe they figure if I'm gonna steal, I'm not gonna go to jail for bologna. Let me go for the crab boil. I don't know.
Girl, they not doing that, okay? They not even stealing food. They stealing cars. They stealing jewelry. They stealing shoes. They stealing materialistic stuff. They killing for that. Like, get out of All right, let's continue on. You can stay back there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put this back here. Um, give it here. Play it.
Approached Warren with a proposition. They offered him $12,000 cash. In exchange for his silence, they wanted him to withdraw his daughter's statement. Stop cooperating with prosecutors. Just make it all go away.
That's sad. So they was gonna put a dollar amount on her body, pretty much saying, "Hey, 12,000 to be enough. Now, if you're not taking this 12,000, then you just want problem. Yeah, we want you to pay. We're not prostitutes. We want you to serve time in prison. You need to pay. You need to know what you're doing is not right. You took her innocence. Her life would never be the same. Her life would never be the same. You stolen away from something from her she can never get back. And you just want to put a $12,000 cash on that shit. No. And you didn't work hard for that 12,000 either. It's illegal. It's illegal. Whatever they doing. It's illegal, whatever they doing. Hell.
Away.
Right. And I mean,
Now,
it's such a like
$12,000?
when you think about the healthcare premiums where, you were talking about
Hold on, Grace. Hold on,
sorry.
Grace. I'm still gonna play it.
For a man living modestly in a working-class neighborhood, that kind of money could have erased some bills, could have made life a little easier. But to Warren, it was an insult. He turned it down flat, told a friend later, "I can't put a price on my child's pain." Like, Imagine being that person. Imagine having the courage to look at $12,000 and say no, because your daughter's truth matters more. That's who Kareem Warren was. Period. But with that refusal, everything shifted. Investigators believe that was the moment things went from intimidation to something far worse. When the bribe didn't work, the plan changed. In the days leading up to July 8th, 2025, cell phone records will later show that Harmon and both of the Youngs were in constant communication. They were also talking to another man, Andrew Klaus. Klaus had a history, violent offenses, already known to local police. And prosecutors say he was the one who agreed to do what they wouldn't risk doing themselves. He would handle the problem. He would silence the father who wouldn't be bought. At the time, nobody outside their circle knew what was being planned. To the neighbors, Warren's home still looked normal. Kids playing in the yard, a man washing his car, porch lights on at night. Everything seemed fine on the surface, but underneath all that calm, something deadly was closing in. It's a pattern investigators say they see too often. Threats that start as whispers, a bribe that turns into a demand that becomes a plan. In early July, Warren told a friend he was ready to get through the court process and put everything behind them. He believed the system would protect him. He trusted the process. But the system wasn't ready for how far his daughter's abuser and his family were willing to go. On the evening of July 7th, the night before the shooting, Warren talked to a relative on the phone. They made plans for the weekend. Maybe a
Okay, I'm getting pissed off. You know why? I tell you why. Because why does it take so long? When I say he did this to my daughter, bring him in the next day. The next day, let's have court. Everything be adjourned. Let's make it real quick. Lock his ass up. No more phone calls. So he out here planning and scheming how he gonna get rid of the problem. Why do y'all have it so long so these criminals can figure out how they can get rid of the problem? They are still out here loose, talking to different people. You know what I mean? That shit ain't cool. And we need more harsh laws to protect these girls away from these evil men. And these men need to be stayed in jail, goddammit. Hell. Ooh, let's get these goddamn likes up now. Got me cussing this Sunday.
A family cookout. There was no fear in his voice. If he suspected danger was coming, he didn't show it. The next night, everything shattered. The sound of gunfire cut through the humid Missouri air. 5 rounds. Through glass.
5 rounds.
Through the front door of a father who had done nothing but stand up for his child. By the time police arrived, Kareem Warren was gone. The evening air over Ferguson, Missouri was still and heavy on July 8th, 2025. Streetlights cast that familiar yellow glow along Lang Drive as the neighborhood settled into its summer rhythm. Inside his home, Kareem Warren was with his children. The same home where, just weeks earlier, he'd made up his mind to see justice served for what happened to his daughter. Shortly before 9 that night, that promise was shattered. The front door's glass exploded inward under a burst of gunfire. Neighbors later told police they heard a quick succession of shots.
Neighbor Hugh Deberly was home the day Warren was killed.
Next thing I know, I heard about 4 or 5 gunshots. Then I seen them running across my yard into a car, and they took off. They tried to revive him, and his kids are out there.
Then came the screams. When first responders got inside, Warren was collapsed near the entryway. He'd been struck multiple times.
You know what I wish? I tell you what I wish. I wish. You know that song, I wish. Okay. I wish that the neighbors all had their pow-pows next to their doors, next to their windows. I wish that when that neighbor saw him and other neighbors, they started pounding his ass, pound that big ass, pow, you know what I mean? Yeah, that touch his ass. You know, if neighbors stick together and start pound these criminals, they will have a second thought. They be like, nah, I ain't going in that neighborhood, man. If we do something to one neighbor, all them neighbors, they gang up. They don't play. They gonna pile all our asses. We not gonna make it throughout this neighborhood. We not gonna make it out this neighborhood. Okay? They stick together. See, we need to start sticking together as neighbors, honey. It's the evil versus the good out here in these streets. Okay? I'm telling y'all.
His children were in that house. They saw their father fall. The storm door was blown through with holes. Glass shards scattered across the living room floor. Nothing was stolen.
Ah! Look, that big man, he stole her innocence. Then you come back to kill my daddy? Girl, Earl, could you imagine a man steal your innocence and then steal your daddy? And then, in the beginning, he came off as a friend. He came off as a protector. He came off as somebody that loved and admired you. Mother effer, these people that say they love you, they come to protect you, they will take away your soul and they will take away your daddy, and whoever love you, they'll take their ass away too. Okay? Y'all better, ooh, man, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. All I know what to say, get the likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Get this likes up. We need more justice out here. Come on now. And I don't want it to, oh my God. My thought is this. Okay, what if somebody hear this story and be like, all right, I know I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm not going to tell what happened to me. Because if a lot of people see this story and get discouraged, right? They be like, see, if I would have just be quiet and just take it. You know, my daddy would still be alive and nobody would know. You know, who cares anyway? You know, no, we care about you. And I still feel like she did right. She did right. And I don't care what none of y'all say in the background. You want to blame this girl? You better blame the predator. And blame, why is it he had other men in his family that was condoning the death of this father? Why didn't the other men say, you know what, man? You wrong as hell. We're not about to kill an innocent father that's protecting his child. You want to know why? Because they are not the same. They probably never had a daddy that loved them. All three of them. They don't know who their biological father is. They had hate for people that grew up in a healthy environment, a healthy relationship with their parents. Okay? That's how I feel about it. They jealous. Yeah. So they don't have no compassion because they don't understand that. They F them. All they care about is money. The love of money. Take this money and shut up. Take this money and shut it up. Woo! Get the likes up. All right, come on.
Stolen. No drawers pulled open. No signs of a struggle. Whoever came to that house knew exactly why they were there and what they wanted to accomplish. Detectives found .40 caliber shell casings on the walkway and near the steps. The shooter had fired from close range every round, going through the same pane of glass. The tight grouping told investigators something important. The killer hadn't panicked. They were composed, deliberate. This wasn't random violence. This was an execution. Neighbors described seeing figures running through yards, disappearing into the darkness toward a waiting car. One person said the vehicle was a gray sedan. That detail, it would turn out to be critical. Surveillance footage from a nearby gas station captured that same type of car heading toward Long Drive, minutes before the shooting, then speeding away right after. The registration number was partially visible. Investigators ran it and traced it to a man named Andrew Klaus, someone already known to local law enforcement for violence, weapons charges. By the next morning, police had connected that gray car, those shell casings, and cell phone data that placed Klaus near Warren's home right when the shooting happened. But girl, the story didn't end there. Not even close. A few hours after Warren's murder, same night, another call came in to St. Louis police. A vehicle burning on a side street. When they got there, they found a man inside, shot to death. The victim was Andrew Klaus. Let that sink in. The shooter who had just killed Kareem Warren was now dead himself. The second crime scene told investigators everything they needed to know. The man who silenced Warren.
Did y'all hear that? The man who shot him. See, these are some evil people. I don't know how the father got involved with these evil doers. Man, I don't give a damn no more. If you got friends, you better run a back check on them. If they are on some gang criminal shit, I wouldn't trust it. Look, I got some hitters in my phone right now. After this story, I'm going to put a warning flag sign on this shit. You hear what I'm saying? So they hired that $12,000 that they was going to give to the father. They probably say, hey, I'll give you $3,000 and take this man out. Okay? So when he took him out, they ended up taking him out. And burned up the car, the evidence and everything. Ain't that crazy?
Warren had been silenced. Fragments of a handgun grip were recovered from the charred wreckage. Residue in the vehicle matched the same .40 caliber ammunition used at Warren's house.
On July 8th of this year, Corey Warren was shot and...
They didn't say the police. I don't know. It sounded like the police, but nah, it was the criminals. Those three guys offered him that money. I don't think they were police. They not police officers with that background. They can't be police officers. So it wasn't a police officer.
And killed by Andrew Klaus at his home in Ferguson, Missouri. Andrew Klaus was later killed that same day.
Klaus's body was later found in North City, and
now
a white man. They got a white man to do it. See, you white boys, leave these black men alone. They gonna end up killing your ass, okay? Shit. He trying to be down. Ain't no reason. If you white, why you trying to be down? Huh? You got the whole world at your hands. Okay? Trying to be down with some demons. That don't make sense, but let's go.
Now we've got two murders, hours apart, clearly connected. And the digital trail? It was all there. Detectives started following the breadcrumbs backward. Phone calls between Lever Harmon, Anthony L., Young, Anthony D., Young, and Klaus, all in the days and hours leading up to both shootings. Patterns started emerging. Brief messages, location pings moving together, devices switching off minutes before the attacks, then powering back on miles away. The timeline prosecutors would later present was chilling in how simple it was. Harmon, already charged with raping Warren's teenage daughter, wanted the witness gone. His relatives, the Youngs, handled the logistics and the money. Klaus was brought in to carry out the shooting. The promise of payment? It ended with his death before the night was even over. His car torched to erase the evidence. For the Warren family, there had been no warning, no chance to prepare. The man who refused a $12,000 bribe, who put his faith in the courts, was gone in seconds. His children were left standing in the same doorway, where their father made his last stand for truth. In the days that followed, that quiet residential block turned into a corridor of flashing lights and unmarked cars. Detectives sifted through broken glass and bullet trajectories, reconstructing every second. Everything pointed to one thing: intent. Nothing about this was random. When the story hit local news, the city reacted with shock. Reporters called it one of the most senseless acts of violence.
One of the most senseless acts of violence that I've reached and have seen this year.
Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle says Corey Warren's killing was calculated, cruel, and personal.
Neighbors talked about a man who was devoted to his children, the kind of person who'd offer help without being asked.
Warren's neighbors remember him as a devoted dad and friend.
Well, they took a person's life. You know, a person was trying to do right, and they killed him for it. So they should have to pay too.
One neighbor, Hugh Deverly, said Warren used to cut his grass for him. When Hugh tried to pay him, Warren wouldn't take the money.
And for Hugh,
Corey was really good father. You know, he, like I said, he cut my grass for me. I offered to pay him. He wouldn't take no money.
That's the kind of man he was. To the community, Warren's death was more than a tragedy. It was a statement about what happens when good people stand up against fear and corruption. But here's what the killers didn't count on. Every attempt they made to erase the crime actually exposed it even more. Forensic teams started piecing together a web that connected all three suspects. Cell tower data showed Harmon, Anthony L. Young, and Anthony D. Young moving along the same routes Klaus had taken that night. Their phones went dark at the exact same time. When they powered back on, the pings placed them miles away near the rural area where Klaus's burning vehicle was found. Surveillance footage showed a car registered to the Young family following Klaus's sedan through an intersection not long before the first gunshots on Long Drive. The pattern was too precise to be coincidence. Each man had been in communication that evening, and as the hours passed, their messages got shorter and more cryptic. Words like done, handled, quiet. Nobody mentioned Warren's name directly, but the timing matched every major event of that night. Then, there was the money. Over several days in early July, almost $12,000 had been withdrawn from accounts connected to the Youngs. Small transactions, broken up to avoid detection. That was the same amount Warren had been offered to abandon the sexual assault case. After the murder, the deposits and cash movements stopped completely. The accounts went silent. One of the Youngs' vehicles drew even more attention. License plates had been removed. The identification number on the frame had been partly ground away. Inside the trunk, investigators found traces of fuel and melted plastic chemical fingerprints that matched the accelerant used in Klaus's destroyed car. The evidence was forming a chain that led straight back to Harmon's circle. The prosecution's theory made grim sense. Harmon, facing the collapse of his entire life if the case went to trial, turned to his relatives for help when Warren refused the bribe. They brought in Klaus to handle the shooting, promising payment once it was finished. When Warren was dead, those same men killed Klaus to erase the last witness. Then they burned the car to bury the weapon. By early October, detectives had everything they needed. The file they brought to prosecutors was hundreds of pages long. Interviews, phone logs, surveillance records, autopsy results, forensic analyses. Every single strand pointed to deliberate planning. Moving on to what happened next. October 29th, 2025. Nearly 4 months after the killing, the street. Lewis County Justice Center filled with reporters, cameras, and family members waiting to hear what many thought might never come answers. A clerk's voice carried through the chamber as 3 names were read into the record. Lever Harmon, Anthony L. Young, Anthony D. Young. 3 relatives bound by blood and, prosecutors say, by a plan to silence a father. The indictments listed the charges with the precision of cold law.
First 6 charges are 2 counts of murder in the first degree, 2 counts of armed criminal action, 1 count of knowingly exploding or burning, and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence.
Investigators say this stems from an attempt to bribe Warren to drop charges in a criminal case where Lavore Harmon was accused of sexually assaulting Corey's daughter.
Outside the courthouse, Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle stood before the press. His words were deliberate.
Was a tragic and probably one of the most senseless acts of violence that I've reached and have seen this year. Let me speak directly to the families here. The families of these victims, our hearts are with you. And it was with them in every part of this case. So every interview, every search warrant that was conducted, the pain of these victims of what they shared, the families of these victims, what they shared, it was always at the forefront.
The victims' names were read. Kareem, Warren, the father who had reported the rape of his teenage daughter, and Andrew Klaus, the man investigators believe was hired to kill him, then killed himself to tie up loose ends. For the first time since that July evening, the full narrative of what happened on that quiet Ferguson block was laid out in legal form. It wasn't speculation anymore. It was evidence, affidavits, shell casings, the burned remains of a vehicle, cell tower records, and a story of intimidation that ended with 2 deaths. Each of the accused was ordered held on a $2 million bond. Harmon was booked into St. Louis County Jail. The Youngs, already in federal custody on unrelated charges, were transferred under detainer.
This is sad. This is sad. Ain't this is what you call a father failing his son. You got your son doing nefarious stuff, locking your son up away. I tell you, this is crazy work right here. Oh, in my ear.
Their attorneys offered no immediate comment.
Hold on,
Prosecutors clarified something important. While the killings had all the...
What do you guys have to say about this? This right here, it didn't have to be. This could have been preventable. But we have one person that have a sickness. He have a sickness messing with, kids. And this is how it all started. And do you guys think that's the only child that he messed with? Press 1 if you say that's the only one he messed with. Press 4 if you know, hell no. He done messed with a whole bunch of them. And this family is dangerous. And he continues to do it because he knows how dangerous his family is. So I'm sure they got a lot of bodies out here. It's a lot of unsolved murders out here in these streets, right? And there's a lot of unsolved murders. We still haven't found out who murdered who. And honey, a lot of these men like this, they are behind the unsolved murders. They need to stay their butt off the street. Ain't no rehab.
Box of murder for hire. That's specific.
They keep on going on. Okay, ain't no what do you call it? Retablism. What is it? Retablism. Retab. What is it? When you're trying to reform somebody, you transition them from bad to good. Hell no. Hell no. They shouldn't did bad in the first place. And I don't care what y'all say. You may say, well, they grew up in a bad... I grew up poor class too. You know what I'm saying? I grew up poor class. I didn't have much growing up, but my parents were hard workers. Hell, stop with the excuses, y'all. That don't sound good. Y'all always want to give excuses. Y'all came up from low income. Y'all didn't have much. Y'all came from the projects and you ain't doing what they doing. So why are you giving their ass an excuse? They're men. Don't they supposed to be thinking logical? I mean, if you're a man, you born with them nuts. You automatically think logical, right? So why they ain't thinking logically, this is wrong. Okay? So, it's sad. It's sad. This shit should not even have to be. And Grace, if you have something else to say, come back up here, Grace. If y'all have something to say about this, hit this link and I want to hear from you guys what y'all have to say about this, okay? And do you guys like me doing these type of crimes and doing this type of reporting? If you like it over here, press 2, okay? Press 2. Press 2. I seen somebody in the chat. They said, God damn, Jessica, What's going on with your YouTube channel? Okay, is your YouTube channel flagged? No, my shit ain't flagged. You want me to tell you what's going on with it? Press 7 if y'all want me to tell you what's going on with it. I'll tell you what's going on with it. I'll tell you if you want me to tell you. I will tell y'all what's going on with it if you want me to tell you. Okay, they say they want me to. Look, the YouTube, they don't know where to place me. They say, Jessica, you keep on changing your goddamn name, okay? You keep on branding. First you doing entertainment gossip. Now you are doing conspiracy. You're doing AI reactions. Now you're doing crime stories. What the hell? What? We don't know what lane to put you in. You was doing a Romika Meeks and you was doing good with that. All of a sudden you stopped with Romika Meeks. Then you went back to Cardi B. Then you went back to this. And they're saying, I don't know where to place your channel. You need to get with something, stick with it, grow momentum, and grow it. But you keep on changing different niches. You keep on changing different lanes. And it confuses the algorithm. The algorithm don't know where to place your ass. Okay? Okay? So does that make sense? Okay? Press 10 if that makes sense. And somebody said, don't forget changing your looks. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay? Hopefully we won't go through a change anymore. Okay? Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, my God. So, yeah. So hopefully I can find a niche and I can stay there for this channel. I created 6 different channels. Now they're saying with that is that my audience can overlap and it can be a con, but it can be a pro if my channels don't overlap. So if I keep my channels separate, like in separate niches, like the criminal villains, if I just keep it, crime stuff over there, and if I keep like the Krishan Rock, if I keep it at the AI monarch of gossip, and if I keep, politics on politics, if I keep them separate, they're saying that's best. But if I have all these channels and they're crossing over, they're saying that can be a con for me. So I have to figure it out and I have to build momentum, but I have to pick a lane and stick there to grow, okay? Because of the AI algorithm. Okay. Thank you. They say they like all my channels. Thank you. Thank you. So can I tell you guys something? I'm learning. I've never been here before, y'all. I've never been here before. I am learning. And guess what? I don't have anybody on YouTube that has gone or doing what I'm doing. I'm in a lane by myself, So my best lane, I would say the lane that made me the most dividends. Do y'all want to know the lane that made me the most money? Do y'all want to know? Press 1 if you want to know the lane that made me the most money. Okay? I tell you if you want me to tell you. Okay. When I did the AI reaction videos, you guys remember when I did the AI reaction videos? I just be looking and they'd be just going, honey, and I just reacting videos where I made, my goodness, it was big bank. Why did I stop the AI reaction videos? Because y'all was saying they had lies in it and I was pushing lies and I got in my feelings and I was like, okay, I want to be a voice because people were coming here. They wasn't coming here to see me. They didn't want to hear what I had to say. They wanted to hear what the goddamn video had to say. And I got jealous. I said, damn, I want a voice. I want to be able to say something. And I let my feelings get in the way of my motherfucking bag. Okay? And I let people telling me, why you pushing that? It's lies. Come to find out, all y'all pushing lies. The real humans, they out here, half the stories they push out here is lies. They don't have no confirmation. They just be pushing shit. Every YouTuber out here, they are been alleged of lying. So, look, Christmas is coming up. The economy is fucked up. Do y'all mind if I go back to the AI reaction videos on this channel? Huh? Do y'all mind? Shit. I got other channels, y'all. I could be myself on them other channels, okay? Look, I need to get the bag up, okay? Shit. I got bills to pay in this motherfucker, okay? Hell yeah. Okay. And you know, I'm just gonna have to toughen it up. Because when I do the AI reaction videos, I do get a lot of Trump supporters, you know? I'm just gonna have to toughen it up, y'all. And you know what? When I had the Trump supporters over here and they knew I was trans, they didn't call me no man. They didn't disrespect me. You know, it is what it is. So, honey, I might have to go back and do them AI reaction videos, but I will still have a personality and I have a voice on my other channels. And that's why I'm glad I separated them, because when I was doing them AI videos, reactions, it was like, man, I want to speak on this, but it take me out my niche. And then I can't clog my channel up with all these different things. So it's best that I separated it. I should have been did it, but I did it now. So I just have to be patient, you know, and just, I don't complain. I just take it on the chin like I'm taking some, okay? So yeah, that's what's going on. Thank you. They said I'm doing good. It's inspiring. Hey. All right, yeah. And you know the AI, it brings in conspiracy. The AI, it brings in more Republicans and conspiracy people. That's what I noticed. And black conservatives, you know? Yeah. And they think that they think that people that's gay in Hollywood is sacrificing themselves because of they gay or some shit like that. That's the conspiracy. You know what I mean? But we don't got to talk about that. Okay. So, yeah. Ooh. All right. Yeah. So, tomorrow, look, I might spin the block. Spend the block. Now, I do notice they do like when I act crazy. Like if I see something, oh, what? They love when I overreact to shit. People like to be over dramatic over the smallest shit, because I guess that's how they really feel about stuff. They take it to heart, like certain things. They like the over dramatic acting. So I may have to act a fool on that, honey. Okay? Oh, because I do go to some YouTube channels and I'm like, damn, why she got to overreact like that? But the audience like when you overreact. They like when you crazy, you know? Okay. Can you dance? Yeah, I can dance. Yeah. You want me to get up and do a show? You want me to do something? What you want me to do? Okay, do the bang. Okay. All right, y'all. You crazy. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to end it here. I enjoyed you guys. I love you guys. And thank you for being understanding. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'm always doing some videos. Okay. Now, tomorrow, I might do some uploads. Support me anyway. But other channels, I will be going live. I'm going to be going live every single day on some of the channels. And some of the channels, I'll just be pushing uploads. All right. Can I tell y'all something? Okay, I have a channel, right? It only has less than 2,000 subscribers. It has 1,000 subscriber and some stuff. Do you know I did real good on that video? I had a live, and when I ended it, it was at 11,000 viewers. Yeah, girl. And that's what a channel with only less than 2,000 subs. So them subs don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Okay? So it's really about getting in a niche and getting in the algorithm and staying there and just driving it home. But when you keep on swerving like I'm swerving, the algorithm do not know where to place your ass to get frustrated and tired playing with you. Okay? All right. So don't be like me. Stick with a brand. Stick with a name. Stick with a face. Stick with a niche. Okay? Okay? All right. I love you guys. Bye.